today is not just an event, it's a beginning of something new. On behalf of Pelf Infotech, I warmly welcome you all to the launch of Artec Jet scanner. There is a famous quote that says, "One small step for a man is one giant leap for a mankind." And today, we are proud to introduce one of the world's most advanced and high performance scanning technology. The Artec Jet scanner is a high precision, mobile slab based LiDAR system designed for a complete site capture in one go. It's fast, accurate, and safe, and works in all types of environment. We are here to introduce a powerful technology that transforms the way industry operates. From construction to mining, from infrastructure to engineering, across the sectors like heritage preservation, oil and gas, and defense, and many other industries, the Artec 3D scanner is becoming an essential tool. And today we bring this innovation closer to you. Just imagine capturing a complete site, large, complex, and even challenging environments just in a short span, with accuracy, speed, and reliable result. That's what Artec Jet Scanner do. To begin this journey, I would like to call upon
Very warm welcome, dignitaries. In fact, we are still waiting for our chief guest because our two chief guests. One is Dr. Medha Kulkarni, MP, Member of Parliament. She is expected any moment. And Mrs. Shefali Vaidya, she's a columnist, as well as she's basically expert into this complete technology, particularly into archaeological sites and what we call is temple shastra and murti shastra. So these two dignitaries are expected any moment. So we are just waiting for that. Before that, I'll just start the presentation. So, yeah. So my today's topic, just to welcome all of you. My today's topic is this quantum leap in reality capture. So this is empowering India's national infrastructure with this Artec Jet. So first of all, let me begin with Vishwamitro Mahateja Tapobala Samanvitaha Srushta Srushtim Param Yatnad Rushi Sreshto Mahabala. Now, what is the significance of today showing the photograph of Brahmarishi Vishwamitra? There is a story. Actually, today what happened is my school teacher, because since my team has already published this thing that we are going to launch a new scanner, my teacher's son, who is also a technocrat, he saw that and he informed that your student is going to launch technology in India. So, yeah, thank you. So, a new technology in India. So I said, so she called me today morning. She said, "Are you free?" I said, "Yeah. I mean, I just thought I'll wish you that, and I heard that you are going to launch some new technology." I said, "Yes. What is that?" I said, "We are going to launch a new scanner, which is basically not just a scanning purpose, but this is connected to a technology called as a digital twin and artificial intelligence." So I think we all are technocrats, so perhaps you might be knowing what is digital twin. So digital twin is a technology where you are actually capturing you're creating the replica of the real object. So it could be a smaller object to aircraft, and it could be anything. And considering the digital twin applications, when you capture any kind of data, it may be a geospatial data or data related to any car, by connecting it to artificial intelligence like ML and many others, artificial intelligence based technology, you can actually perform the predictive analysis and the preventive analysis. Also, it would be able to identify what are the limitations and basically flaws into any specific technology in case if you notice. So that's the reason when I was just telling that you can create a digital replica of anything. So she said, "You mean to say that digital replica in the sense Is it something that you are going to create a artificial world? I said yes, because instead of creating a costly prototyping, it is better to do it on a digital platform. And once that is performed, and when you are satisfied by applying various applications of finite element analysis, and once it is ready, then you can actually do the production of that particular object or technology. So she said, okay, you mean to say that, you guys are like uh, ब्रह्म ऋषि विश्वामित्र के पुत्र हो आप लोग. I said, क्यों? So she said that, as Brahma Rishi Vishwamitra has created one world, so digitally you guys are also going to create the world. That is what her blessings was. And I thought, like, this is the right moment which I would love to share with you, and thought of explaining it why I chose that Vishwamitra Mahateja Tapobala Samanvitaha Srushta Srushtim Param Yatnat Rushi Sreshto Mahabala. He was a Mahabali, he was a king. Later on, he became Maharshi, and later on Brahma Rishi. But before that, he has created, there is a famous story of a Trishanku where he has created another world for the king. So the Pelf strategic vision goal is to build a digital India by providing tools that capture reality with zero compromise, integrating SLAM-based LiDAR for every infrastructure asset, reducing the object lead time by over about 80%, enhancing the public safety through the scientific audits. This can be utilized for the smart municipalities. So creating exact 1:1 digital twin for data-driven urban management and sustainable growth, the property tax audit, verified built-up area and mapping, utility management, precise 3D maps of water and sewer ducts, right-of-way scientific encroachment detection. Now, how it can be helpful with respect to the infrastructure and water resources. Dam integrities, where detecting the sub-millimeter structural shifts in spillways and galleries. Every year we are facing the challenges with respect to the Brahmaputra basin and many others. So how that can be rectified at the beginning, and those anomalies can be avoided by using such kind of scanning technology, and by using the digital twin and artificial intelligence, we would be able to rectify those things and make the predictive analysis out of it. Then scale modeling, like digitizing the physical hydraulic models for the situation and erosion research. Bridge safety, that is rapid health audit for aging flyovers and river crossings. Smart city and urban planning, by creating exact 1:1 digital twin for a data-driven urban management, that is urban twin, what we call it, or the geospatial data, you can say. Visualize the entire neighborhoods, traffic control systems by geometric sync or signal timing, utilities, precise mapping for underground water ducts, green covers, 3D biomass, and solar potential audits. This can be utilized for the traffic and road management, that pavement audit, identify the routes, cracks, potholes automatically with the millimeter precision. As you are aware that it can give you about 10 plus or minus 10 millimeters up to accuracy. Junction sync, which is basically optimized for the traffic signal timing based on real 3D geometry capacity of the roads. Safety audits, geometric analysis of the curves and blind spots to prevent the expressway accidents. National water resources, this is dam integrity, detecting the structural shifts in the spillways and galleries. The hydraulic models, that is digitizing the scale models of the situation research. Canal health, mapping lining damage and slit build-up. Long-term monitoring, that is repeated scans for the seasonal safety audits. This can be useful into army and defense areas, where the tactical advantages are providing the Indian Army and DRDO with untreated reality capture into a GPS denied environment. We are going to launch a new technology called as SLAM. The SLAM technology works without the GPS as well. Then bunker discovery, that is mapping tunnels and underground bunkers. Autonomous recon, that is integrating the LiDAR with UGVs and drones. And reverse engineering, that is rapidly digitizing strategic defense assets. How it could be helpful with respect to the civil aviation is concerned, that airside operations ensuring 100% runway safety through the foreign object debris detection and surface integrity audits, digital twin for hangars for optimized aircraft maintenance and repair workflows, terminal management, that is high fidelity 3D scans terminal interiors for the passenger flow, simulation and integrity optimization, precise as build records for MEP and electrical duct management in modern airport hubs. Forensic and site preventions. This is capturing the indisputable truth in accident. Biggest advantage with this scanning technology is once you have scanned the data, that cannot be morphed, whereas the photographs can be morphed. So accident reconstruction, high precision 3D records for impact and debris, evidence precision, that is legally defensible 3D models for the court analysis, and zero light scan, capturing the data in tunnels or nighttime conditions. This is useful into the heritage prevention, that is creating a digital time machine for the India's ancient stone carving of the temples, that is dark sectum scans capturing the intricate carvings into a zero light garbhas, then restoration of the support, that is millimeter level data to guide heritage conservation, and virtual tourism, that is immersive virtual reality, that's a VR experience for the global audiences. This can be utilized like a mass events also, like a Kumbh Mela, where the mapping narrow lens and ghat areas to identify the potential stampede risks week before the event, and evacuation modeling, that is basically simulating the emergency vehicles route on high accuracy 3D terrain map for the Mela grounds. So the efficiency factors are traditional serving, it is 1x into base. Static laser scanning, it is faster than that, is 3.5 speed, and Artec Jet mobile SLAM is 10x faster than any other technology. So what took a month now takes a minute, capturing 1.9 million points every single second. That's the speed of this. So focus on using Artec Jet as an auditor's digital reset, ensuring 100% accountability in our national progress. So scanning the future with Pelf Group. Thank you very much. Thanks, well.
Thank you, Ajinkya sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts. Now I would like to invite Mr. Shiv Shankar Chakrabarti, our business head for Pelf Infotech, to share his insights and overview.
Thank you, Ganeshri. So at the outset, on behalf of Pelf, I welcome all dignitaries, Honorable Member of Parliament, Dr. Medha Kulkarni ma'am, noted columnist and acclaimed social activist, Mrs. Shefali Vaidya ma'am, our esteemed prospects and patrons spanning across defense, industry, academia, and research establishment. So today I'll be highlighting what all we have been doing since last 24 years, how our journey has been, what does Pelf stands for. So the core mantra that we profess the core mantra that we practice is professionalism, efficacy, long-term relationship coupled with flexibility. So that has been our core mantra right from the day of inception way back in 2002. So as far as our horizon is concerned, as I mentioned, we started our journey way back in 2002 as a business partner to a technological behemoth Dassault Systems. Subsequently, with increase in demand from our patrons, from prospects, we have catapulted to the next level by offering an integrated suite of offerings. So over the year, we have garnered a clientele base of over 2,000 spanning across India as well as our neighboring countries like Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Myanmar. And we have been garnered with a couple of accolades by our esteemed principals for best implementation, for best mapping, for best penetration across diversified verticals. So if I give you in a nutshell what all solutions we are offering. So if I want to define in one word, we are offering right from concept to the final realization of the product, and either way around, that is reverse engineering or 3D scanning. So this is a glimpse of our technology. So coming back to today's agenda, as Mr. Ajinkya, our founder, was highlighting. So today we are going to highlight, launch a state-of-the-art SLAM-based LiDAR technology scanner. SLAM is basically simultaneous localization and mapping. This is one of its kind technology that we are going to unveil today in India. So Artec as a company, Artec is a global giant based out of Luxembourg. So thanks to Mr. Andre and Mr. Danis for coming all the way from Luxembourg to highlight the technology. Now what all Artec does. So when it comes to scanning, right from scanning a hairpin to an aircraft, Artec has all set of offerings. So those scanners are displayed right in front of me behind the stage, so you can have a glimpse at the technologies that Artec is offering. So we do have other ranges of scanners with us, and we have been actively engaged with defense, research, academia, as well as industry for providing state-of-the-art technology and services in context to 3D scanning. So typical industry challenges. Why an industry, why an academia, why a research establishment will embrace scanning technology? So if we look at the typical industry challenges, first of all, you can see on the screen is legacy data. We have legacy product without the design of that. So this is a key requirement for industries. Second point, if you look at critical component unavailability. So when we visit, because we have a strong footprint across Indian defense and ancillaries, the basic problem that they encounter is many a times they don't have the designs, the drawings, or the requisite information in context to those assemblies, products, subsystems. So therein scanning technology plays a very pivotal role. The third point, if you look at, is long maintenance cycle. So with the incorporation of scanning technology at the blink of an eye, we can recreate everything. As Mr. Ajinkya was mentioning about digital twin, which has become the need of the hour. So with a LiDAR-based scanner, you can replicate the real-world scenario within no time. So these are the typical requirements or the challenges that industries are facing. Now, how to counter those? So key applications of scanning, if you look at, first of all, is the re-engineering of the product. Then is quality inspection and metrology. These are the various facets or the various avenues wherein 3D scanning is used. Then you have product design and development. Then you have heritage preservation and archaeology. And we are happy to share with you that we are working not only in conventional engineering realms, but beyond that also. Then healthcare and medical, as well as in entertainment industries, automotive, education and research, to name a few. Now, 3D scanning for defense applications. So why we are highlighting this particular slide is, I beg your pardon. So we are happy to share with you that we have sown the seeds of Dassault Systems SolidWorks across Indian defense and ancillaries right from 2002. In the erstwhile ordnance factories, which has been corporatized, we have sown the seeds of design platform there also. So defense is one of our core pattern. So if we come to defense, then re-engineering, inspection and quality validation, MRO, that is maintenance, repair and overall. The fourth part is digital version creation. Now, how incorporation of 3D scanning helps us? It drastically reduces the downtime. So we have been working with many base workshops or EME workshops, those who are responsible for MRO, that is maintenance, repair and overhaul. So as a technological catalyst, we are giving them a comprehensive solution, right from 3D scanning the component to creation of the entire drawing or the design. Then faster reproduction, lower inventory dependency, Fourth is improve accuracy and reliability. Last but not the least, enable digital inventory. Now, why Artec 3D? Because if you look at the flurry of scanners or technology that Artec is offering, right from scanning a jewelry to an entire aircraft, we have whole gamut of portfolio with us. Now, considering our journey till date since last 24 years, we have served umpteen number of industries. If you consider engineering, right from product design, power and process, so we move beyond implementation of technology. So we walk the extra mile in providing them customizable suite of solutions. So this is the glimpse of various projects, activities that we have been doing or our technical engagements. So this is the continuation. This is a slide especially for defense and ancillaries. So coming back to our footprints in implementation of Artec suite of technologies. So Ether, a renowned two-wheeler EV company, has implemented Ether solution in their manufacturing facility. So if you look at our clientele base, we have clienteles across from diversified spectrum. This is from core engineering vertical. The next slide I am going to show you is from altogether a different vertical. Now coming back to entertainment. So we'll ask a question, what is the requirement of 3D scanning in entertainment? So I would request all of you to catch a glimpse at the video. Can you play the video, please?
पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री इंदिरा गांधी बनने की तैयारियों में जुटी कंगना रनौत। वीडियो शेयर कर फैंस को किया टीज। इंदिरा गांधी जैसा लुक पाने के लिए कंगना कर रही है जी तोड़ मेहनत। जी हाँ, कंगना ने आज जानकारी दी है कि उनकी अगली मूवी इमरजेंसी की तैयारी मुंबई में उनके ऑफिस में शुरू हो चुकी है। उन्होंने इंस्टाग्राम के जरिए इसकी झलक अपने फैंस के साथ शेयर की है। कंगना ने स्टोरीज में लिखा है कि सोचो कि मणिकर्णिका फिल्म्स में अब क्या चल रहा है। दूसरे वीडियो में उन्होंने बताया है कि वो इंदिरा गांधी के लुक के लिए अपना बॉडी स्कैन करवा रही है। इसी के
Just to reiterate, this particular activity has been done by our subject matter expert, that is by our team only. Please continue the video.
कंगना ने एक पोस्ट में अपनी 3 तस्वीरें शेयर की है, जिसमें साफ देखा जा सकता है कि टीम उनके लुक पर काम कर रही है। इन तस्वीरों के साथ उन्होंने कैप्शन में लिखा, हर किरदार एक नई यात्रा की एक खूबसूरत शुरुआत है। आज हमने बॉडी, फेस स्कैन और कास्ट के साथ #इमरजेंसी, #इंदिरा की यात्रा शुरू की ताकि लुक सही हो सके। अपने विजन को पर्दे पर जीवंत करने के लिए कई अद्भुत कलाकार एक साथ आते हैं। ये बहुत खास होगा। @मणिकर्णिका फिल्म्स। पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री इंदिरा गांधी को देश की सबसे मजबूत प्रधानमंत्रियों में गिना जाता है। राजनीति का ये ताकतवर किरदार बड़े पर्दे पर नजर आएगा, जिसे जीवंत करेंगी कंगना रनौत, और इसकी तैयारी उन्होंने अपने ही ऑफिस मणिकर्णिका फिल्म्स में शुरू कर दी है। इंटरेस्टिंगली, कंगना की कुछ तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखाना चाहते हैं, जिसमें उनका लुक
So maybe I'll push on to the next slide, considering the paucity of time. So what I mean to say is 3D scanning technology has percolated to every vertical, right from our day-to-day usage to engineering to R&D to missile and rocket applications. So you name any vertical, the technology has percolated. So the third one that I'm going to show you is one of our esteemed customer. Incidentally, I'm also an alumnus of Ramakrishna Mission. So we have been able to implement our technology in Ramakrishna Mission Belur. So now again it will pose a question, what is the essence of 3D scanner? So for Ramakrishna Mission. So maybe I'll put the onus on Andre and Dennis to maybe highlight how we are preserving archaeology across the globe. So they will be the right person to highlight what all activities Artec as a solution provider is doing across the globe. So as a responsible company, as a responsible individual, we do have our social initiatives that we do. So we are the first company again in India who has implemented close to 5 Fab Labs. So Fab Labs is a technology center which is built by Dassault Systems in association with their professional channels. So under one roof, we give all sort of technology. So what is our role? We act there as a technological catalyst. So in Pune also we have 2 Fab Labs, and we are happy to share with you that we have implemented Fab Lab in Bhutan also. So as I mentioned, we are addressing to diversified patrons. So we have more than 2,000 plus customers, right from Ramakrishna Mission to academia, to research, to industry, to Indian defense and ancillary. So this is the glimpse of few of our patrons cutting across vivid verticals. So this is all about. So stay tuned. We'll have the launch of state of the technology. Thank you and appreciate everyone's time. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your interesting insight about the event and what about the product. So now I would like to take a moment to introduce our esteemed guest. We are honored to have with us Professor Dr. Medha Kulkarni, a member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha and academian. With strong academic background and a vast experience in public service, she has contributed significantly to education, governance, and policy making. She is widely respected for her dedication towards empowering youth and strengthening the education system. Her work reflects a strong commitment to social development and nation building. Her journey reflects deep commitment to academic excellence and leadership. Ma'am, we are really grateful to have you with us. And now I'm happy to have with us Honorable Mrs. Shefali Vaidya, award-winning author, well-known writer, columnist, and media personality. With over 25 years of experience in mass media, she holds a master's degree in mass communication and has contributed leading publications such as First Post, The Indian Express, Swarajya, and Hindustan Times. She is widely recognized for her insightful views on media, culture, and society. She has written columns on temple culture, temple architecture, travel, history, about parenting, about Indian heritage and arts and craft. Her passion for Indian textiles and sari reflects our rich culture and heritage. Ma'am, we are once again happy to have with us. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to introduce our international guests who have been played an important role to bringing this product in life. Their expertise and global perspective have been instrumental in shaping who we are proudly presenting right now. We are grateful to have with us Mr. Andrew and Mr. Dennis. Mr. Andrew he's a sales channel director for Europe, Middle East, and Africa region at Artec, and Mr. Dennis he's a customer experience manager at Artec. We are very grateful to have you with us. Now we'll start with the felicitation ceremony. May I request Mr. Ajinkya Huddar and Mrs. Himani Huddar, Director of Pelf Group, to kindly come on stage. सो पेल्फ इन्फोटेक मध्ये सुंदर परंपरा आहे. आमच्या मान्यवर पाहुण्यांचं स्वागत. आमच्या मान्यवर पाहुण्यांचं स्वागत आम्ही पुणेरी पद्धतीने पगडी देऊन करतो. ही पगडी म्हणजे आमच्या संस्कृतीचा मान, सन्मान आणि अभिमानाचे एक प्रतीक आहे. So now I'll request Honorable Professor Dr. Medha Kulkarni ma'am to kindly come on stage. And also I'll request Honorable Mrs. Shefali Vaidya ma'am to kindly come on stage. Now I'll request Himani ma'am to do felicitation of Professor Dr. Medha Kulkarni ma'am and Shefali.
Thank you. थोडंसं पुढे हां तर या प्लीज वेट ओके परत एकदा थँक्यू
Now I'll request Himani ma'am to kindly do felicitation for Honorable Mrs. Shefali Vaidya ma'am. Now I'll request Mr. Andrew and Mr. Dennis to kindly come on stage for felicitation. So now I request Mr. Ajinkya Hooda to kindly do felicitation of Mr. Andrew.
So please come in the center, sir. All of you get close. So you also, sir. Please look here, sir. Please wait.
Now I'll request Ajinkya sir to kindly do felicitation of Mr. Dennis. We are truly honored by your presence. In India, we begin every important occasion by lighting the lamp. It's a symbol of knowledge, positivity, and new beginning. I request all the dignitaries to kindly proceed with the lamp lighting ceremony.
Please wait, please wait.
I request all the dignitaries to kindly proceed with the lamp lighting ceremony.
Please go. खाली आ Okay, start, madam. Shibu, come. Put down this side. So, तिकडे कोपरा लिहून sir. This one. Okay, start, madam. photo with the lamp.
And now the moment we all have been waiting for, the official launch of Artec Jet scanner. May I request our dignitaries to kindly do the honor of unveiling the scanner.
So we will shortly tell you in details about the scanner, but the presentation itself, the scanner working is incredibly simple. There's literally one single button on the scanner, and there's no technique to it. So you're just pressing the scan button as soon as the scanner is booted, and this is the scanner in the work. Right now, this scanner have already scanned everything that it sees in this room. It's scanned the ceiling, the floor, all of the guests, myself. This is already, everything is scanned and recorded, and basically all that there is to it is to stop it and transfer the data on the computer. This is how the scanner works. The visual, I need to transfer it on to the laptop first. We will definitely show several samples. We will show the data itself. We were able to scan several beautiful historical sites here in Pune, and we will be able to show them to you real time during the presentation. Yeah, that's basically it. This is a very simple to use device, but there's so much to it, and Andre and I will share it more. About 1.5 kilograms without the handle. It's still pretty lightweight.
Yeah. So now I will request all the dignitaries to kindly take seats. We also have a range of other scanners from Artec on display, so like Spider and Leo, which is widely used in industry. So please take a moment to explore those scanners, and our expert team is also there. So if you have any questions and if you have any queries, you can also connect with them after the Artec presentation. So now I would like to invite our honorable guest to address the gathering. And first, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Medha Kulkarni, who has made significant contribution to education, governance, and public services, to share her thoughts. Ma'am, I'll invite you to kindly share your thoughts.
Namaste everyone. Namaste, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
So, one second. It gives me immense pleasure to be here on this significant occasion of grand launch of Artec Jet scanner, difficult word, of Pelf Infotech Private Limited. I would like to congratulate Mr. Ajinkya Huddarji, Himani Huddarji, Andrew ji and Denish ji, chief guest over here, Shefali Vaidyaji, the director of DRDO. Are there any guests from DRDO?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
The director is not there, but there are many.
Okay. So all the dignitaries, namaste to everyone. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Pelf Infotech for their remarkable achievement. Launching of this scanner is, I don't think it's just a business milestone, but it is definitely, it will contribute in, significantly contribute in India's development. Now, Honorable Modi ji is uh, giving encouragement for the youngsters or the startups, and he always thinks that whatever is the population in India, he believes on the intention and intelligence of our India, and he always thinks that in the Vikasit Bharat there will be contribution of youngsters, and this type of digital technologies is always important. So while we are talking about Vikasit Bharat, now we are shifting to digital technologies, and always we are witnessing that digital technology and such type of advanced equipments uh, are reshaping the governance, not only in governance but in industries, in health sector, many other things which this scanner can contribute. You have shown it in the video or in the PowerPoint presentation. So this is very much, I think this is innovative thing. I thought that this is made in India product, but no problem. This product has come to India from any other country. That is not the problem. We are inviting everything. We are welcoming all people from all over the world. We are having the sanskar of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So that is not the problem. But we are inviting each and everything, because we are shifting to the rural development, to the urban development. In the health sector, we are developing. We are now shifting to digital technologies and technological advancements in each and every sector. Now Nilesh Kale is also here, thinking of it will contribute in archaeological department also, and he is very much keen in Ajanta Ellora. He has visited more than 100 times to Ajanta Ellora. So it will contribute in various sectors as per the demonstration. It is very small instrument, but it's very effective. And I don't think the cost is also very much. So I will definitely tell many in government that it is useful, and what in whichever way you think that I will be useful for you, you can ask me. You can contact me anytime. I will be always there for you. And whenever we are now seeing the wars are going on, and whatever is going on in the world, war is not between, not on, means it is not fought, means it is not fought standing in front of each other, but everything is advancement of technology. It is based on the technology. War is also dependent on which country is developing technology. So we have to be capable in doing things. We have to enhance our technological capacity. So this instrument, I think that we should we should get adopted to such type of technologies. So congratulations once again, and all the best to all the entire team of Pelf Infotech. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing such a wonderful insight. And lastly, I would want to invite Honorable Mrs. Shefali Vaidya, whose voice beautifully reflects our culture and society. Ma'am, kindly welcome.
Raji, Ajinkya, Himani, all the guests from Pelf Infotech, and everybody who's gathered here. Actually, I was wondering what am I doing here, because I'm not an engineer. I do not understand technology. So why has Ajinkya called me here? And I realized it's probably because my expertise is in one of the areas that he talked about, which is temple architecture. So I'm going to limit my speech only to what I think this scanner can do for India's heritage, which is India's temple conservation and textiles. Both are my areas of interest. Obviously, it has many more applications, which I'm sure you will get to hear about. But when you visit a temple right now in India, any of the ancient temples which are 400, 500 years old, you will see that there is some damage there. It's damage either the Islamic invaders have caused, it is damage either earthquakes have caused, erosion has caused, time has caused, but no temple is intact fully. There is some damage. Now, if the damage goes worse, कधी शिखर पडतं, कधी एखादी मूर्ती तोडली जाते, किंवा एखादा कोपरा ढासळतो, मध्ये शनिवारवाड्याचा एक बुरुज ढासळला होता. So in that situation, how do you rebuild that monument? So the traditional way is you go back to old pictures, you go back to line drawing if there are any, and then you very painstakingly try to put them side by side and then try to basically restore it, which is a very laborious process, which is very time consuming. And many of the times in many of these old monuments, we do not even have good records. But that doesn't mean that we did not have technology. Today we are talking about the Artec scanner technology. But the people who built the Kailas temple, when they carved from top down and they built a 3-story temple from a single hill, obviously they had technology. They knew stone, they knew how to carve it, they knew how much pressure you needed to put on it. And they created a temple from a solid rock, which is not as easy as it looks today. So they definitely did have technology, but in all the distortions that we have faced, we have lost the technology, one, and we have lost the line drawings, we have lost the records of how they built it. So tomorrow, if there is a part of Kailas temple that is broken down, and there are many murtis that are broken down there because of Islamic invasions, and we want to restore it, How do you restore it? One way is to physically make a drawing, which they used to draw. The architect would draw. If the nose of the murti is broken, then he would imagine a nose and then try to imagine what it would have looked like. And then they would have tried to reconstruct it. But with this scanner and whatever research that I've done on it, I think what it is able to do is something really, really amazing. It can catch data in real time. And as Ajinkya said, they scanned the whole of Shanwarwada yesterday in 9 minutes. 9 minutes, right? 9 minutes. So a temple like Kailas can be, you can get a full scan in probably 15 minutes or so, and you will get a precise 3D model of it on your computer, which will tell you the measurements to whatever, zero point 0.5 millimeter or something, with some ridiculously small amount. Don't ask me about numbers, but some ridiculously small amount. And it can tell you how the temple would have looked in its glory days when it was fully complete. So that when you want to restore parts of it, it is very easy to go back to the plans and to do the restoration work. So for a country like India, do you know how many temples are under ASI today? Can anyone hazard a guess? How many do you think? 3,800 under ASI alone. Plus, there is a state conservation department in every state. They also have like probably 500, 600 temples. And all of these temples are at least 500 years old or older. So with so much of architectural wealth and many of these temples are crumbling, this scanner has a tremendous scope in India in conservation work. And I think it should be used for conservation work massively. When I was reading about it, I was really amazed with what this scanner can do for India's heritage conservation. All it needs is somebody to take that call in the government. And I think Medatai can spearhead this and put these people in touch with ASI or with Culture Ministry. And as I see, the scope of the scanner in our heritage conservation is really, really humongous. One. Second is textiles. Many of our old textiles are now in museums, mostly in British museums, but some are in Indian museums also. So those pieces, if they should be recreated and if they are to be recreated, we still have weavers who are able to do that, but they are not able to copy those designs. So right now, if, for example, a heritage paitani that is in the Raja Shivaji Museum in Mumbai, that somebody wants to recreate it. So what they are going to have to do is go to Raja Shivaji Museum, take permissions, take a picture, take many pictures from different angles, or take a sketch pad and a pen and copy that design faithfully and decide की कुठे पुटी येणार, पदरावरती काय डिझाईन येणार, कुठे बॉर्डर येणार. आणि हे सगळं हाताने काढायला it will take huge number of man hours. But this scanner, if it can scan a Shanwarwada in 9 minutes, probably a 5 meter sari, it can scan in 5 seconds or something like that. And it will give you that precise design. It will give it to you from all angles, so that tomorrow when the weaver has to make the graph, that graph can be made just like that, literally in the blink of an eyelid. So this scanner has huge scope in the heritage conservation area in India, in temples as well as in textiles. And I really hope that we take cognizance of it and we utilize this scanner in these two areas at least. And I wish Ajinkya all the best. And I hope to see great things with this scanner in this area at least. Thank you for patiently listening to me. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, Shefali ma'am, for sharing your interesting thoughts. Now, before moving to the technical discussion, I wanted to make a small announcement that we have kept a photo booth, and you guys can visit the photo booth and click the photos, and you can get an instant copy. As well as we have given a feedback form, so our team will collect those feedback form after the technical discussion. And now let's move towards the from the introduction to the experience. So we would like to invite Mr. Andrew and Mr. Dennis for the technical presentation and product demonstration.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to change our plans a little bit and start the presentation, our common presentation about the scanners, about the technical possibilities. We would like to start it with the most interesting part, actually, since it's been mentioned several times about how important the cultural and heritage preservation is for India. We would like to actually start, instead of finishing it, with a demonstration of the data that we've managed to scan. And I'll quickly show you the results. I will quickly show you the raw data and give you a visual example. And then we will proceed to more general and technical specs for the scanner. All right, yeah, so this is the Shaniwar Water Palace. You can see that this is an area, a large area with walls, with internal buildings, and it's about 25 kilometers square area. It took us 25 minutes of just walking around the premises. We haven't really did any special plans. We haven't used any of the additional capabilities of the scanner, of which we will explain in details soon. So this is basically a photo and the data to give you the scale. I will soon show you the data on the device. And this is the Mahaji Shindra Chatri. It's a much smaller temple, still very beautiful though. And yeah, it literally took us 5 minutes of walking around it with the scanner in hand to capture its beauty. Allow me to switch to the software. All right, so this is basically a point cloud. There are millions and millions of points. Each is accurate and registered specifically to show you the shape and the beautiful architecture of the temple. All we had to do with Andre is basically just turn on the scanner and walk around the temple with the scanner in hand. You can see that right now this is not texture. There's no colors on this scan. But you can see that there are different colors on the data because these colors in the software represent intensity of the points. You can actually see which parts consist of what material. For example, the red parts are definitely glass windows. There are different stone structures, and this is the spider ladder. Spider ladder made of metal. Let me slightly adjust the point size so that you can see how intricate actually the capturing capabilities are, but we're able to capture all of them. Each step, each little rail have all been scanned accurately with me just going up and down there. And now let's switch to Shaniwar Wada. Just a moment. Shaniwar Wada, we were able to scan with the texture, with the using the photo camera for the colors. And let me fly the camera to show you the large scale of the building itself. Okay. So this is the premises. These are the premises. There are a lot of trees. There are actually a lot of tourists. Let me show you one peculiar thing. So this is a scan that's been processed after we've added the color and after we have filtered out moving objects. We were going to, again, show this in more technical details, but let me show you the example. Since there was a tourist place in the world, a lot of people take a look at this. This is unprocessed yet, so it's difficult to see what it did without the color, but these clouds are actually people walking around. There are so many of them. But with using our algorithms specifically to enhance the data, to only highlight the area that are needed, area of interest, we were able to automatically remove most of the moving objects, and this is actually something that you can do yourself. And I'll quickly guide you through the place, following our basically steps. We switch to the first person camera, and there we go. All right, so Andre and I have started from this place. This is where we have started. Again, just scanner in hand, nothing special. We went along the wall, and the scanner, since it has a huge reach of about 300 meters, while I was just walking along the wall, the scanner in my hand, everything surrounding me was scanned. The architectural pieces, the distance between them, the curvature of the ladder, the stairs, the trees, everything was captured. To the right of me, to the left of me, the scanner has 360 degrees reach. I was kind of worried that lush vegetation around it, all the leaves and trees may create some problems with the registration for the scanner, but no, that was definitely not a problem. Here, this is when we went through the really narrow passage, and those of you who are familiar with 3D scanning would recognize that this area actually is a big challenge for any LiDAR scanner for registration, since while moving inside, there's basically nothing to get the reference with, but the scanner built in such a robust way and using such an advanced algorithms that we were able to just move along without any registration losses. This is where most of the people were, and since they weren't moving, you can see that there are still some traces of them, but of course they can also be filtered. We proceeded along the wall. At some point, we have actually descended into the premises, and again, we were just walking around. This is an area of 25 kilometers square, and everywhere we went,
we have started to show some of the examples, the industries where we are quite active, and I would like to start with a short video to show you a little bit about the capabilities of Artec 3D solutions. So just a couple of industries where we are active in. You know that the 3D scanning technology has been developing quite actively throughout the last, I would say, 5-10 years. And since that time, we see that a lot of companies, a lot of industries are starting to acquire the technology more and more. So we have been speaking today about the cultural heritage, and there are, of course, some other energy infrastructure, forensic, doing some kind of reverse engineering functions. And of course, educational and other companies are using it more and more right now. Initially, as a company, we started in automotive sector. I think it was like around 17 years ago. We were the first company in the world who have created the handheld scanner. And since the time, a lot of, I would say, global companies, global customers started to work with us and started to use our tech solutions, understanding the technology, understanding how it may be useful for them in terms of the reduction of the time, and giving them different value. So it means that most probably, if you are representing one of the industries that is mentioned on the screen, there should be already a solution that is being used right now worldwide. This is our main portfolio. We have around 5 scanners right now that we consider as the main portfolio, and we're also introducing the Artec Jet as the next one. So we have started many years ago as the target-free handheld scanner solutions. So it means when you take the scanner, you just go around the objects and you get a precise 3D model. And we were the first company who made the handheld one, and the first company who actually made the scanner which is completely wireless. So it's represented today here. It's called Artec Leo, where you have the embedded computer inside. It means you don't need to have any preparation. You just take the scanner, you go around the objects, and you capture all the details very fast and precisely. After it, we have added a desktop solution. It's full automated scanner. So you just need to put a small item inside, and then it's being scanned automatically. You can also process it very fast with our software, and you also don't need to have any kind of special knowledge in terms of usage of the fully automated scanner. So it is called Micro 2. After it, we have decided to develop more and more, I would say, scanning of the big objects. So we have also today Ray 2 represented. So this is the scanner which helps you to capture very large areas, very large objects up to 130 meters. So if you want to scan, let's say, a manufacturing plant, if you want to scan a big car, aircraft, then it's always better to use the Ray 2 as the first solution, and you can always combine it with the handheld scanners. I will also show today some of the examples, both from cultural heritage and from other industries too. And then the next one, of course, going more into metrology, when you need to have the very precise details of any kind of object, any model. So we have introduced Artec Point, when you can capture 0.2 millimeter details accuracy in terms of having a scan. So the main application here is to compare it basically with a CAD model. So you make a scan of the object, then you compare it with a CAD model. You understand in terms of quality control, was it like well produced or not? Or is there any other changes required? Some more things we have also introduced into the market is to be able to scan with your mobile phone as the solution when you have difficult to scan objects, for example, some plants, which is quite difficult to capture. You can now also capture with your phone and make a 3D model out of it. It's also being used quite widely in the educational areas when people just starting to learn more and more about the technology. So the scanning of the mobile phone is always like the first part of it. And of course, scanning some kind of big areas, scanning some big scenes where you can use photographs, videos, and different types of drones to be able to capture everything. And it's like one of the main solutions, I would say, for example, in forensic industry, in planning the big manufacturing plants, doing some reconstruction. And all of this you can put in our software. So we have our own software, which is called Artec Studio. Every year we are making the new upgrades, the new updates of the software. And so this year we are launching Artec Studio 21. It will be the new version with the new functionality. And this helps basically to improve the quality not only of the new scanners, but also of the old scanners. So those customers who are having our updates, they can also benefit in terms of getting the final results with the 3D model, having these new upgrades of Artec Studio as well. Just also a short video to show you what kind of objects you can actually capture using Artec 3D solutions. Yeah, so now coming to some real examples. So I wanted to show you a couple of slides related to defense industry. It's always difficult to get the real examples because they are under NDA. So I wanted to show you that, for example, as I have mentioned, one of the main capabilities is the possibility to combine scanners and to scan different types of the objects with a different accuracy. It means if you scan the airplane, for example, you don't need to have the same accuracy everywhere. And let's say that this is the example that we could get from the Netherlands. So the reason the company wanted to basically scan was the wing. So they wanted to see the deformation on the wing. Therefore, they have scanned the whole aircraft with Array 2, and then they have scanned the wing with Artec Leo, so they can combine it and understand what kind of maintenance is needed and is it like related to their standards. So this is quite a good one. We have spoken a lot today about the cultural heritage, so wanted also to show you a couple of nice models. This is some places in Luxembourg that we could have scanned using Artec Ray and different types of our solutions, also using the photographs from drone. Right now, it's even more easier to capture it with Artec Jet. We will speak about that today as well. And with this model, basically, Luxembourg has represented the country at the exhibition in Osaka. So this is how we were showing as the country in Luxembourg how basically the historical places look like. This is what you can capture very easily. I think it's quite a unique thing in terms of the number of cultural heritages it was mentioned today that you are having in India. You can scan them all very easily. If you speak about the heavy industry, of course, this is one of the main industry where you need to capture different types of the pipes of construction areas, of machines, to do some kind of reverse engineering, to do some maintenance. And therefore, for example, this is one of the projects we could do together with Array 2 plus Leo. So the initial object, the initial room with the pipes was scanned with Array 2, and then some of the details were captured with Leo. And this helped, of course, to do some kind of reverse engineering, to do some changes of the pipes. You can do some basic measurements inside of our software, inside of Artec Studio. So you can measure the pipes, you can understand the distance, you can do it from point to point. You can fit some primitives, and therefore, for a lot of cases, it's already quite sufficient. We also have the direct integration with more, I would say, complex software like the Geomagic, for example. So you can export directly the model to Geomagic Design X or Control X if you want to do some advanced functions of reverse engineering and quality control. But the first step, of course, is to make the 3D model using the data that you're capturing. And then for education, of course, we also have quite a big of the project. So I think around 150 universities and schools are using our solutions. So we have some special pricing. We have some packages in terms of number of licenses. And therefore, of course, we're trying to educate young people, to educate them, how to use the technology, how they can adapt it. And therefore, they are using, in a lot of cases, Artec 3D. Now I would like to give the word back to Dennis. He will tell you a little bit more about the capabilities of Artec Jet. And then, of course, we will be happy to answer all of your questions. So feel free to ask us anything related to your own projects after the presentations. And yeah, we will give you the microphone. And then I think it will be also useful for you in terms of getting the new information related specifically to your industry. Thank you.
All right. So give me a moment. Yeah. Following up to what Andre told you about, we have a large line of Artec scanners, and of course, each scanner has its own application, its own area of expertise, its own, so to speak, peak value, right? So, there's a, so to speak, so that there's a large variety of applications for the scanner. Micro, Artec Point, and Spider are all designed to scan small to medium-sized objects. They all have their own respective strengths, but generally they are used to scan something smaller. Artec EVA and Artec EVA and Artec Leo are all about scanning medium to large objects. They don't give you 50 microns resolution, but they are able to scan larger objects much faster, and the precision and the resolution are still sub-millimeter. Artec Ray, as you have seen, is capable of scanning large objects such as vehicles, boats, airplanes, and even buildings. And of course, it does it within just a fraction of the time that it would have taken the manual scanner to do. With less resolution, but still a very, very capable scanner. And of course, it is much better when we're talking about large object scanning. Still, whenever we're talking about scanning huge areas, whenever we're talking about scanning areas of 10 or even more kilometers, it is possible to do with Ray 2, but it will take you days, weeks, and even maybe months. So this is where Artec Jet comes in. This is a new scanner that's capable of scanning whole areas in mere seconds, completely reimagining how you are capturing buildings, streets, and large areas. So a couple of words about it. This is a LiDAR-based scanner using SLAM technology. It stands for simultaneous localization and mapping. It's capable of capturing surroundings from 984 feet or 300 meters, with the scanner being completely mobile. This is the key difference between Jet and Artec Ray. Artec Ray should be functions stationary. It should be installed on a tripod. You're running the scanner. It scans for about a minute, and then you have to put it on onto the new spots to cover all the blind spots and to expand the area. So with Jet, you don't really need to wait. You don't really need to reposition it step by step. You just hold it and it scans. It's very much like Artec Leo. It can be handheld and it records everything real time. It registers the data real time. For extra convenience, whenever you're scanning something larger, whenever you are scanning larger areas and you need more than 10 minutes, it is possible to just mount it on a backpack. So basically you have your hands free, and wherever you go, everything is being scanned completely automatically. In the open space, if nothing obstructs the scanner's view, an area of 50 kilometers square, which is about 30 miles square, can be captured within just 10 minutes of walking. This is fantastic, and this is completely unparalleled. But of course, there are walls, trees, something to obstruct, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Another feature that you have already seen is that we can equip a texture camera to the Jet, so it would not only collect the geometry of the object, the shape of them, but also the color is. It can be extremely important for large industrial applications whenever you're scanning piping systems that are color-coded, whenever you are using it to make maps, whenever you are making some more high-detail observations. So yeah, this is completely automatic. You don't need to use two separate products to and then try to combine the data. Everything will be done completely automatically. This is a couple of examples. So this is a building of Philharmony in Luxembourg. It took us 10 minutes to just walk around it with a scanner in the backpack, and it was scanned. You can see that there's intricate geometry, and there are large business building on the background. All of them were also scanned, of course. This is a monument, one of the most famous monuments in Luxembourg. It's Geoffroy. And again, just walking around it without elevating the scanner in any way or using any sorts of additional tools, we have scanned it in barely 10 minutes. Buildings, urban terrestrial scans are possible. You can navigate through the streets, you can navigate through difficult terrain, you can go around and scan everything, enclosures, open spaces, everything can be scanned this way. Shaniwarwada palaces, of course, you have already seen, as long as beautiful Mahaji Shindu Chatri temple. If you need to scan even larger areas for topographical mapping, for an example, for road inspections, railways inspections, it doesn't really make sense to go along all of that huge distance with the scanner in hand. It's just long. So Artec Jet can be mounted on a vehicle, a car, a train, any vehicle, and it can scan up with the vehicle moving of up to 37 miles per hour, which is reasonable driving speed. All the data will still be recorded. There's nothing to sacrifice. All of the range, all of the color, if you want, all of the registration. It is possible to scan at a higher speed, but of course, less data will be captured this way. So yeah. This is one of the examples. To the left, you can see the scan of a Luxembourg city airport, scanned from a vehicle, from a moving car. To the right, you can see an example of the car mount. So basically, anything that is big enough for the jet to put on, you can use. You can mount it on any sort of vehicle, on the train, on the robot, and it can be used as a scanning platform. This is an example of such scan. As you can see, the road was scanned thoroughly. Everything surrounding it was scanned thoroughly. This is about like 10 to 20 kilometers worth of length, and it was just barely 10 minutes ride. You can use the jet this way to scan all sorts of large areas, and of course, it doesn't stop there. It is possible to mount Artec Jet onto the flying drone for aerial scanning from above. This way, no trees, no buildings, no walls, nothing will prevent you from mapping huge areas within just seconds. And it's not just the drone isn't really simply a mount that will allow you to scan from above. This is actually a completely different solution that utilizes our advanced algorithms, and actually can be considered a product in itself. The drone will actually use the data from the scanner, because the scanner constantly mapping your surroundings, and it will use this information to fly completely automatically. So you can, of course, guide the drone manually, like any other drone, or using the scanner, it can get instructions of like scan everything within 10 kilometers forward at the height of about 50 meters. And the drone will actually go. It will be aware of its surroundings. It will fly around the objects. It will fill all the blind spot by itself. It will navigate through a difficult terrain much faster than even an experienced pilot would have navigated. Yeah, this is one of the examples. This is an ice rink in Luxembourg. It seems like a large empty building, right? Nothing difficult. But if you will look above, you will actually see that there are a lot of beams and wires hanging from the ceiling. And this is where actually I've tested it myself. I've tried to navigate through them to that area manually, and it was very slow. It was sluggish even. But as soon as I've set the drone to the autopilot mode, it actually navigated through it within just 10 minutes. It has scanned everything. It would actually went around every beam just simply using the data from the drone. This is another example of my colleagues scanning a large industrial manufacturing building. You can see that there are all sorts of difficult to navigate areas. There are shipments, there are machinery, and the drone flying around this definitely difficult to navigate area can scan it within mere seconds. Another popular application, one of the most popular, I think, one of the core applications is mining. Using the autopilot, the drone was able to map a complex mine map, and it is absolutely crucial to use it for mapping of the new blown explosions areas, to see if it is structurally stable, to see if there's if it's safe for the people, so it's for the workers. This is a very, very advanced way of getting the data without actually any efforts, without any time-consuming processes. So just move the drone after the explosion, and you'll be able to map the map. You know that you'll be able to map the mine. You will be able to see how safe it is. A couple of additional tools that I've previously mentioned for the extra accuracy, because over the large distances, you know that the error will definitely accumulate. Over the large distances, it is possible to use the satellite information for a much more accurate scanning data. This way, you can use the GNSS module to map several key points and completely nullify the error accumulation over distance. This way you can scan for hundreds of kilometers without the error gradually increasing. So this is absolutely fantastical, if you ask me. And the way that the technology integrated is, again, incredibly easy to use. You are capturing the coordinates of several points. Artec Jet will definitely map these points on itself, and then you just have to upload the data and select the points with the coordinates. That's it. If you're scanning inside, like the mines I have mentioned, cave system, underground tunnels, it is possible to, instead of using satellite data, you can use the ground control points. You can use the laser measuring devices to set a chain of points that can, again, be coordinated and be used to completely nullify the error creep in the area that's unavailable for the satellite. All three methods, satellite, laser measurement, and simple global registration with the geometry, all three of them are compatible and can be used within the same project. It is completely possible to scan complex multi-stored building outside and inside, and have everything recorded, have everything accurately mapped without any error accumulation. Here are a couple of slides with the technical specs, not all of them, but just the ones that I think are most interesting. You can see that it has a large sensing range. While it is up to 300 meters, it goes as close to just half a meter. Remember, I showed you the when Andre and I have scanned on top of the wall, there was this little crevice, this enclosure. The scanner was able to scan it nevertheless, even though it was quite a small area, just simply because it scans both up close and afar without, you don't need to compromise, you don't need to select the needed area, everything will be recorded. The accuracy is 10 millimeters, which is, I think, an amazing accuracy for a scanner of such a scale. The acquisition point, the acquisition speed is almost 2 million points per second. It is completely safe for the eyes. It's a class 1 laser. It weighs just over 1.5 kilograms. It has an internal storage of half of a gigabyte. Shaniwara Castle was about 12 gigabytes, just for the reference. And it will give you an output in as a point cloud, or we can process it to make it into a mesh, so you can use it for BIM measurements, you can use it for CAD, and all sorts of applications. And speaking of applications, a lot have already been said. So mapping and surveying is the core use case. You can use it for mapping indoors. You can use it for mapping city scale, city areas. It can be used to for planning. It can be used to monitoring of the and mapping the national parks. Inspection of hazardous and inaccessible areas, difficult to navigate or even dangerous for people. This is where drone scanning is at its peak value, if you ask me, because this way you can get all sorts of precise and helpful information in the matter of just several minutes without endangering any human lives. So this can be, of course, used for the rescue operations, to scan the disasters area, to scan the blast areas, or simply unstable grounds. Volumetric analysis, whenever you are, again, returning to the mining, this is how you can scan either a crater to measure its volume or a large pile of ore that you have gathered, or maybe the waste. You can analyze how much waste is being how much waste is being made with during the mining. So again, this is all happening within just minutes. Construction, of course, major standalone application. Construction is, as far as I know, is very, very active industry in India. So this way, using Artec Jet with or without drone, you can get a timely updates on the construction progress. You can see if the construction is being up to plans. You can measure. You can compare it to the BIM to see if there are any defects in the walls, in the doorways. So yeah, there are hundreds and hundreds of applications for both military, civil, for architecture, for engineering, and there are so many more applications, because it's a tool that will allow you to digitize anything big within a very, very little time with a high precision. So it's up to you to decide how will such a tool will enhance your working process, and how will it profit your business. Another a really big advantage, and I'd say this is a unique Artec advantage, is that remember Andre told you about our line of scanners. We have all sorts of scanners for all sorts of purposes, and since we manufacture most of them, we are our own developers and manufacturers. All of these scanners are supported within the same software, within the same, so to speak, ecosystem. It means that we are able to do what no other laser or any other 3D scanner company can do. We can combine the data. We can get the best of every scanner with high precision, with high speed. So this is one of the examples. This is a large pump in the Luxembourg mine. I have scanned it with Artec Leo. It took me about 15 minutes. This is with the color. Let's remove the color to see the geometry, the shape. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I haven't been switching the slides. I'm sorry. Yeah. So this is the pump that I've been talking about. It was scanned by Leo, and you can see that a lot of intricate geometry is there. You have a lot of detail is there. I was able, since it's a handheld scanner, I was able to move from all the sides. It is possible to use this data to see if there's any damage, any corrosion, to use it for the accurate planning. This is Artec Leo data, which is yellow, combined with Artec Jet, which is blue. Artec Jet, I think it took me like 3 scans, which is about 1.5 minutes each, to scan all of the surroundings. It is not as detailed. There are blind spots, of course, and the resolution is lower than Leo, but you can estimate how much faster it was to acquire this larger data. And I can use this combined data to have ultra precise and ultra complete cover of the pump along with the surroundings. And this is the three scanners combined together. Yellow being Leo, blue being Ray, and purple is being mapping made with Artec Jet. But it is difficult to put this in perspective, so let's zoom out a little bit. This is the area scanned with Artec Jet using a drone, or in some cases with in a handheld mode. So we were able to map a huge distance of over the kilometer with all sorts of turns and crevices. So yeah, this is the advantage of which I've been talking about: ability to get the best from all the scanners together. This is something that no other software provides. So yeah, for those of you that are already familiar with Artec scanners, we're going to support all of the data from Artec Jet in a special Artec Studio version called Artec Twins, with all sorts of unique algorithms that would benefit this specific type of data, this specific type of application. And as Andre said, we are updating Artec Studio, we are updating our software every year. Every year we're making algorithms faster, we're adding new tools, we're making your workflow faster, easier, and profitable. So I think this is basically everything that we wanted to share with you. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, Andre and I would be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew, and thank you, Mr. Dennis, for this technical presentation. So I also wanted to give an idea that those who are clicking photos, please, you can tag us on LinkedIn as hashtag Pelf Artec Jet Launch, as well as hope you all enjoyed this presentation. And now I would like to invite Himani ma'am for a vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Any questions before I start with the vote of thanks? If anyone have any kind of questions, please feel free to ask. Okay. Okay. So thank you, everyone. You have come here all the way, taking out your important time to see this launch of Artec Jet Scanner. And I definitely can assure you, like, this is very helpful in all types of industries. So I also thank Andrew and Dennis, they come here and show you the technical demonstration. And we have given some feedback forms with the kit they have given you at the registration counter. So I just ask you to just fill it up, and our representatives will collect it from your side. Also, we have kept a photo booth out there, so I want everyone can have a look at that and click the photograph of yourself, so and you can get it immediately. So thank you everyone for making come here, and please enjoy the high tea which we have already arranged out here. Thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead.